Welcome to Legendary Impact Live, where top marketing minds and local business owners across the U.S. share their stories and strategies for attracting high-value consumers. Ready to have the spotlight on your brand? Here's your host, Meg. Let's dive in.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the latest episode of Legendary Impact Live. I'm Meg Smith, and today I'm here with Jean Selkirk of Mountain Moon Coaching. Hi, Jean. How are you?
Hi, Meg. I'm doing great today. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. And please share a little bit about Mountain Moon Coaching.
Well, I've been in business for myself for a while, but during the pandemic, I had a chance to do training as a coach. So I'm a little on the newer side of this, but honestly, it really brought together everything I'd been studying and working on for a really long time, whether it was transformation in my college studies or my interest in Zen Buddhism, which is all about change, and truly being able to utilize all of my life learning and study to support people with what they want to do.
Excellent. Yeah. So helping them create change in their lives and work.
Yes.
So what has been your favorite thing to focus on? Obviously, a lot of change, right? And helping people manifest and create change. But what piece of that process is the most rewarding for you?
Oh, it's truly when you've had the option of working with someone for a while and they're really committed to their process of change. And you get to watch people become themselves. It's real. That's really it. It's exciting. You get authenticity starts to come through, their ability to rebound from adversity, to be resilient improves. It's pretty cool stuff.
I love on your website where it talks about helping people, uncover their big dreams that they might not even want to admit to themselves.
Yeah.
That's pretty phenomenal.
So, often we're very busy fulfilling everyone else's dreams. Start out with our parents, then it might be relationships we're in, but and sometimes we spend a long time getting to the top of where we want to be in our career or raising our family. But sometimes those dreams get set aside, or we haven't ever dealt with whatever's in the way of being able to uncover the dreams. So
yeah, because you've just been so busy running around. Doing everything everyone else wants you to do.
I know.
So a big part of your coaching is what you refer to as a Zen practice. And that helps uncover. Break that down a little bit for people.
Well, what I've learned out of my Zen practice is very useful in two of the most difficult areas people can be having a hard time with. And one of those is literally accepting things as they are, because most of the time we are going around deciding what's wrong with everything else. Yeah. And that leads to judgments and opinions. But truly, when you can start shifting your mindset into looking at things as they are instead of how we want them to be. Now, there's kind of a little edge there between, wanting your dreams and just, going along with what is, because you do have to put some effort into having your dreams. But my perspective from my Zen practice really helps with supporting others with changing their mindsets. And the other thing,
Yes.
yeah. So there's also this teaching in a lot of spiritual traditions, but it's looking at things not just from one side, but from both sides. So, for example, change and stability. They're really two sides of the same coin. And if you're focused all on one or all on the other, you can get a little lost or concerned about what you're doing.
Yeah.
So when you can shift into this mindset of things are okay the way they are, including us, then you've got a chance of when you do have that experience of, oh, there's something wrong. Oh, there's something wrong with me. Oh, it must be somebody else. It couldn't possibly be me.
Yeah.
You've got a chance to go, oh, wait a minute. maybe things are actually okay.
Yeah.
So to me, these are pretty powerful teachings.
Yeah, and it changes your energy. I just talked about a similar version of this concept on a conference call with my team on Monday, and it's the forgiveness mindset. So it's basically the same thing. So, the things that you're irritated about that other people do,
Yes.
that you're not in their mind, you're not in their lives, you don't know why they chose the things that they choose, and just get over it. It's not your place to, be the judge and jury for every other person out there. And if you're harboring these negative feelings about something, that other people have done or are doing, all you're doing is hurting yourself because you're filling yourself with negativity and you can't be as successful. It doesn't affect the other person at all. So it's
funny about that.
Just accept and move on. It's okay.
Yeah. What I find really helps is it certainly is what allowed me to finally overcome my own self-negativity and negativity towards other people. It was realizing that I was assuming they had the same view of the world as I did. And no, they actually don't. So that
go figure. Yeah.
They might be doing something that seems utterly crazy to me, but for them, it's it's perfectly okay. And once I got that, my life changed.
Absolutely. It's like kismet that we're having this conversation because I literally was just preaching the same thing. And it's something I learned as a kid, really, just dealing with, life, the life that I was in. And, I found out real quick if I was angry about things or, felt others shouldn't be doing what they're doing. All I did was put myself in a bad mood. So I moved into that mindset as a child, not even knowing what I was doing, but just realizing these feelings made me feel bad and ruined my day, but these feelings made me feel good and have a good day. And so I just chose the good days, more than bad days based on changing my own opinions and thought process, because it wasn't something I was going to be able to change anyway, the other people's behavior. Right. So it was interesting looking back on that, just figuring that out. And now we've got names for it. Zen mindset, forgiveness mindset. Now we have names for all these things that we learned to do as kids just to, survive and thrive. So,
right. And all of these have it. A lot of what I do or any coach does in their practice is support people in realizing that they're seeing the world through certain kinds of filters. And when you're able to start looking at your filters instead of through them, then you've got the option to choose instead of being because often what happens, people do get stuck in certain emotional filters. It's like I call them the woe is me or the it's all your fault. Or
they shouldn't have done.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole blame game thing.
Yes.
But when you understand there are other ways of looking at things, you can support people in trying to look at the world in different ways and finding out why they're stuck in whatever mindset is
Yeah.
giving them a hard time, that sometimes they don't know it's giving them a hard time until
Right.
they get in a conversation with somebody and discover there are other ways of looking at the world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or they realize that, they don't feel good with those lenses and feelings, right? And I love how
Exactly.
you said looking through the lens versus at the lens, because when you're looking at the lens, you're much more objective.
Yes.
But when you're looking through it, all you see is what the lens is creating. It's super subjective. So, yeah.
Sorry.
Bless you. Live stream, everyone. But yeah, so I think there's so much value in that. That's very good work that you're doing, and transformative. Like, I'm sure people are finding a lot of success and abundance after they make these changes in their mindset.
Yes, because what any of these changes start to do is allow you to shift from being able to like only see obstacles to going, oh, wait a minute, I think I see the opportunity here. And that is a big part of how we become able to start moving toward our dreams instead of going, oh no, I can't possibly do this.
Yeah. The world is too messy. There's so much of that right now. So much like divisiveness, and so your message is very apropos and timely because people are hung up on differences in opinion. It's kind of become the status quo, and it's terrible for the mindset. It's terrible for your own success.
Well, it can be really difficult taking a step beyond what we're growing up with or the social groups we've gotten associated with. There are some statistics, for example, that they're drawn from medical research, but that some people, even if they'll die if they don't change, still can't do it.
Yes. Yeah, lifestyle disease, right? I mean, that's a perfect example.
What can happen sometimes is that when we've been through some kind of a stressful or distressing experience, we make decisions about it, but because the distress never gets processed, our decisions about it get filed in parts of our brain that just aren't as accessible. Yeah. So part of the work in transformation can be carefully going in and finding out what those decisions were and why we feel we can't do things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and reprogramming.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes about 3 months to actually make a change. But part of what you do in order for change to happen is, these decisions, they lead to beliefs. And so but they're based on our experiences. So what you do is create new experiences that lead to new beliefs, and then you work your way out of it.
Right. Yeah, reprogramming that subconscious mind that's really controlling everything.
I know there's yeah. Well, it's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, the little guy behind the curtain.
Yes.
He seems to be pulling 100%. All the levers, but really there's a curtain you can pull aside and find out what's really going on.
Absolutely. And this work is not limited to people who have been through trauma or have things that they know they need to work on. This is good for everyone, because no matter who you are, you're limited by your life experience and your subconscious mind. And if you can
Totally.
just get in there with the right
Y-
tools
Yeah,
and practices, you can reprogram everyone has self-limiting beliefs,
yeah, and
except
that's why
maybe,
I call it doing house maintenance. We
yeah,
all
yeah,
have our I call it our house of awareness. And if the windows are dirty, it's kind of hard to see out, and other people can't see in very easily.
yeah,
So
I love it. Yeah. It's just like going to the gym, working out your body, doing the other things that you
I
getting your
know,
steps in, right? Making
totally.
sure you eat your veggies. This is the veggies for your brain.
It's true. We're all more likely to enjoy going on in life if we're exercising our minds.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so you work with individuals on personal goals, but also business leaders and owners on business goals.
Yes, although it's sort of more from the leadership perspective, but certainly if you
Okay.
go into a business, I mean, because I did accounting work for 20 years. So I'm fairly used to going into a business and, rooting around in all the nooks and crannies to see what's going on.
Mhm.
And honestly, it's how I got started. My interest in transformation began because I would install a new accounting system and train people on it, and some people just couldn't learn. So, what was going on with these people? And so, what I really love now that I'm a coach is I have all the tools I need to go in and find out why people are resisting change. How can they work together more cooperatively so that the managers are spending less
Mhm.
time putting out fires and more time literally like watering and growing the business. So,
There you go. Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, you needed to figure out how to help them through a transformation that would make that whole process a lot easier and more functional and results driven, right?
yeah, yeah, because any problem at the mega level in a business, just as it is
Yeah,
personally, there's something going on somewhere that needs some attention and some releasing and smoothing out and some educating. And
yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I see how that evolution occurred. Having also worked with a lot of business leaders in departments and operations and trying to do some of that similar work of process improvement and,
Mhm.
software integrations, et cetera. So tell us, is there anything like what's coming up for you in 2025? What are you excited about? What are your offerings going to be like? Tell us about 2025 for you.
Well, I'm hoping that my course rollout, Ever Present Change, which includes the Your House of Awareness Blueprint, or it's a way of understanding how change works, gets more
Yeah.
traction
Okay.
and gets spread out, and people know about it. Because I really believe that the more we understand about how change works, we can find where we are in it and understand where we
Mhm.
need to go.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, congratulations on the upcoming course launch. It's very exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it's already out there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. I'm just hoping for course success in 2025.
Excellent. Well, how should people get in touch with you if they're looking to learn more about the course or, some one-on-one support?
Sure, they can just go to my webpage. It's mountainmooncoaching.com, and everything is right there. They can find me, they can find the course pages and read more about me.
Excellent. All right. Good stuff. Well, thank you so much, Jean, for joining me today. I really appreciate your time.
It's been a pleasure to be here, Meg. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oops. Sorry, I'm having a little technical thing there. There we go.
Okay.
All right. If anyone is interested and you're watching this and joining us for a podcast interview on Legendary Impact Live, we can live stream to our channels as well as yours. And you can request an interview on the website. And thanks again, Jean. I appreciate you.
Okay. Thanks, Meg.
Thanks for listening to Legendary Impact. If you're a marketing expert, brand power player, or local business owner ready to share your expertise, visit Local Legend Media's website and click the More tab at the top and then Podcast to get featured. Let's put your brand in the spotlight. See you next episode.